Hi everyone, my name is Luis Cosimo. The title of our study is Restoration Initiatives in the Bauxite Mining Environment, Contributions to the Atlantic Forest Conservation in Southeast Brazil. My co-authors are Professor Sebastião Venâncio Martins and my colleague Wesley da Silva Fonseca. We are from the Forest Restoration Laboratory of the Federal University of Viçosa. Just a little context about the bauxite mining process. In our region, the bauxite occurs in small, superficial, and scattered areas across the landscape, which facilitates the rehabilitation and restoration of these mined areas. The mining activity is fast, punctual, and progressive, and occurs mainly in the anthropic lands that already predominate in the region, such as pastures and coffee plantations which are recovered after the mining. So we have a project with the Companhia Brasileira de Alumínio, that is the company performing the bauxite mining in the region, where we develop different research lines and provide technical orientation. Our focus here is about the monitoring of restored areas with bioindicators. The objective of this study was to summarize all of the peer-reviewed publications and ongoing studies addressing the positive ecological impacts of the restoration techniques on the recovery of plant and bird species in the areas of CBA in the Zona da Mata region of Minas Gerais state, Brazil. I'm talking about 12 peer-reviewed publications and 2 ongoing studies, evaluating 5 different restoration areas that vary in size and age. In the studies monitoring the shrub and tree diversity in 5 restoration areas, we found 155 species, all native to the Atlantic forest. What's most important about that is that most of these species, they were not planted by the company in the beginning of the restoration process, so they are coming from different sources. Here are some pictures of this area that is 12 years old, showing a little bit about the canopy, the internal structure, and the regeneration layer. And also, more than half of these species, they are dispersed by animals, which is very important, and some of them, they are threatened with extinction in the native forest patches of the region because of the fragmentation history and pressure of agriculture and livestock. Here are some examples of these species that are dispersed by animals and some examples of species that are very rare in the region and are being inserted again with the restoration project. In the studies monitoring the bird community in 3 restoration areas, we found 85 bird species. Nearly 1/3 of them are frugivorous, that is, they are fed by fruits, and they play a very significant role in seed dispersal. And also, 14% of these species, they are endemic of the Atlantic forest. Here are some examples of these endemic species, and this is a very positive result because it shows that even in young ages, this forest can already provide resources for these species. What are the factors of success? They are related to the management of these areas by the company, such as the topsoil transposition, many actions of soil recovery, the planting of zoochoric species and also species of all ecological groups, and also a landscape factor because in the region we have a lot of conserved forest cover. We conclude that these studies show how the forest restoration in the bauxite mining environment is promoting the recovery of plant and bird species that are very important to reestablish fundamental ecological processes. I would like to thank all of these organizations that make possible for us to research in forest restoration, especially CBA for being partners in this project. Here are my contacts, and also don't forget to follow our laboratory so you can keep up with our last publications and partnerships. Thank you.